What if I told you that there are natural things that you can do to potentially reverse chronic diseases like high blood pressure, high blood sugar or diabetes, and high cholesterol? And what if I also told you that it's not about adding something to your life, but more about subtracting certain things from your life? There are three main things that you should stop doing to help reverse these conditions. Number 1. Stop eating foods that cause inflammation in your body. The standard American diet, or SADI diet, is filled with inflammatory foods that cause damage to the inside walls of your arteries. This damage leads to plaque buildup and hardened arteries, which increases your risk for heart disease and stroke. The SADI diet is also rich in refined carbohydrates that rapidly increase your blood sugars and over time overwhelm your body's ability to regulate insulin, leading to insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes. And, unfortunately, most people are unaware of this until they get sick enough to come see a doctor, and by then, it's often too late. So, what are some of the worst offenders when it comes to causing inflammation? First, we have seed oils. These highly processed vegetable oils, including corn, cottonseed, canola, rapeseed, safflower, grapeseed, sunflower oil, and cheaper versions of olive oil are loaded with inflammatory omega-6 fatty acids. When heated or exposed to high temperatures, they break down into compounds called aldehydes, which have been linked to cancer and other chronic diseases. Aldehydes also have a tendency to bind to DNA and other cellular components, which can lead to further damage and dysfunction within the body. Second, we have sugar and high fructose corn syrup. Whether it's added sugar, table sugar, or high fructose corn syrup, consuming large amounts of these simple sugars overwhelms your body's antioxidant defenses and generates massive amounts of free radicals and advanced glycation end products, or AGEs. Free radicals are unstable molecules that your body tries to neutralize with antioxidants. But when there's an overwhelming amount of them, they begin to attack and damage your cells, proteins, lipids, and DNA. AGEs are formed when protein and sugar molecules bind together, which can lead to stiffening and clogging of tissues and organs, which can also decrease blood flow and oxygen supply. Third, we have gluten. Gluten is a protein found in wheat, barley, and rye. For those who don't have celiac disease or gluten sensitivity, gluten can still cause an inflammatory response in the gut and lead to leaky gut syndrome. Fourth, we have alcohol. Excessive alcohol consumption causes oxidative stress and inflammation in many parts of the body, including the liver, pancreas, and brain. In fact, most alcoholics die of liver disease due to cirrhosis. Fifth, we have trans fats. Trans fats are created by bombarding liquid oils with hydrogen gas, which turns them into solid at room temperature. This process creates partially hydrogenated oils that contain both saturated and trans fatty acids. Partially hydrogenated oils contain trans fatty acids, which have been proven to be one of the most dangerous types of fats for your health. Trans fats have been shown to increase inflammation throughout the body, which has been linked to an increased risk of developing heart disease, diabetes, stroke, obesity, and even cancer. So what can you do instead? Replace these inflammatory foods with anti-inflammatory foods that promote healing and regeneration in your body. One of the best anti-inflammatory nutrients that you can consume is omega-3 fatty acids. Omega-3s work by reducing inflammation in the body and promoting overall health. They're found in fatty cold water fish like salmon, sardines, mackerel, and cod, as well as walnuts and flax seeds. Omega-3s play a vital role in regulating inflammation in the body by decreasing the production of pro-inflammatory cytokines while increasing anti-inflammatory cytokines. They also improve the balance between two types of omega-6 and omega-3 fatty acids in the body. Most people today consume way too much omega-6 and not enough omega-3 because of the SAD diet. So supplementing with omega-3s, or simply consuming more foods high in omega-3s, can help restore this balance and reduce inflammation. Number 2. Stop eating refined carbohydrates. Refined carbohydrates like white bread, pasta, cereal, biscuits, pancakes, muffins, sodas, and juice cause rapid spikes in your blood sugars, which over time overwhelms your body's ability to produce insulin. When this happens, you develop insulin resistance, which is a precursor for type 2 diabetes. Insulin resistance also causes fat to be deposited in areas around your body like the belly, arms, and legs, which leads to obesity and metabolic syndrome. To prevent this from happening, avoid refined carbohydrates and instead choose complex carbohydrates like fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and legumes. These complex carbs contain fiber and take longer for your body to digest, which helps to prevent rapid spikes in your blood sugars. Fiber also helps to feed the beneficial bacteria in your gut, which improves digestion and promotes overall health. Number 3. Stop living a sedentary lifestyle. Regular physical activity is crucial for maintaining good health and preventing chronic diseases like high blood pressure, high blood sugar, diabetes, and high cholesterol. Unfortunately, the modern world has become increasingly sedentary, with many people spending long hours sitting at desks, driving, or watching TV. However, being sedentary for prolonged periods of time can have detrimental effects on your health. First, it causes muscle atrophy and weakness. Second, it negatively affects bone density, increasing the risk of osteoporosis and fractures. Third, it negatively impacts cardiovascular health by decreasing blood circulation and increasing the risk of heart disease and stroke. Fourth, it increases the risk of obesity and weight gain due to reduced calorie expenditure. Fifth, it can lead to hormonal imbalances, particularly in women during menopause. Sixth, it negatively impacts mental health by increasing stress, anxiety, and depression. Finally, it reduces sleep quality, making it harder to fall asleep and stay asleep. So, how much exercise should you be getting? According to the American Heart Association, adults should aim for at least 150 minutes of moderate-intensity aerobic activity or 75 minutes of vigorous-intensity aerobic activity per week. You should also incorporate strength training exercises that target all major muscle groups at least twice a week. To complement these guidelines, it's essential to incorporate regular breaks from prolonged sitting periods. Aim to stand up and move around every 30 minutes to improve circulation, stretch your muscles, and reduce the negative effects of prolonged sitting. Consider using a standing desk, taking short walking breaks, or doing some light stretches to alleviate stiffness and promote overall well-being. And don't forget the importance of staying active outside of structured exercise routines. Choose active forms of entertainment like biking, hiking, or playing sports with friends. In addition, engage in activities like gardening or housework, which can also provide physical activity and enhance your overall fitness level. It's important to gradually increase the intensity and duration of your workouts over time to challenge your body and continue improving your fitness level. By following these tips, you can strike a balance between physical activity and rest, ensuring that you maintain a healthy and active lifestyle. In summary, to help reverse chronic diseases like high blood pressure, high blood sugar or diabetes, and high cholesterol, it's important to make positive changes to your diet and lifestyle. First, avoid inflammatory foods like seed oils, sugar, gluten, alcohol, and trans fats, and replace them with anti-inflammatory foods like omega-3 fatty acids. Second, avoid refined carbohydrates and replace them with complex carbohydrates. Third, be more physically active by exercising regularly and avoiding a sedentary lifestyle. By following these tips, you can improve your overall health and reduce your risk for developing chronic diseases. Remember, these tips are not intended to replace medical advice or treatment. Always consult with your healthcare provider before making any significant changes to your diet or lifestyle. Now that you know what to stop doing, watch what you should start doing to reverse high blood pressure, high blood sugar or diabetes, and high cholesterol. To find out what they are, click here, and if you're new here, click the subscribe button to learn how to improve your health and reach your goals. Now you know exactly what to do to start feeling better and get your health back on track. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.